Gamaliel was a wise person in many ways. When the Sanhedrin tried to suppress the disciples, he said to them, why don't you leave them alone? If this is truly a movement, it will survive. If not, it will be like the two other men who declared they were Messiah. They died, and their people were dispersed. So leave them alone. And what happened? Gamaliel was right. In the 2,000-year history of the church, we have had our ups and downs. There have been times of chaos and insurrection. There have been times where we think, will this end? But no, it's lasted 2,000 years. But you know, if you look at some of the things that were not going on, in the height of the crisis in the 30s, Hitler turned to Pius XI and basically said, to kind of paraphrase him, I will destroy your church. And Pius said, the bishops have been doing that for almost 1,900 years, and we haven't been successful. And then Pius called him nothing but a paper hanger, and not a very good one at that made the headlines of the Chicago Tribune. So if you look at it, and then during the time of Catherine of Siena, whose feast we celebrate today, and I love telling this story every year because it reminds me about what good people we have in the church. The church was in chaos. The Pope was in exile in Avignon, and she had the tenacity to go and tell him to get back to Rome, you're destroying the church. And what did he do? He went back. It's people who have the wisdom to know where the church is going, and if it's going, and the wisdom to know when it's going in the wrong direction. But the thing is, too, is that we're not alone. We have to remember that the Holy Spirit is guiding the church. And even though we seem to be a little askew at times, we will never lose the course. It will always move forward. And it will survive till the second coming. So we thank people like the leaders of the church who have had the courage to stand up to power. We thank the women like Catherine of Siena who were wise enough to know that we were going astray, and knowing that because we are guided by the Spirit and fed, like the gospel said, with the bread of life, that we might have our rocky days, but we will be guided by the Spirit and not only survive, but grow.
Thank you for joining us for the celebration of the Mass today. It's a blessing that you are with us. Every broadcast of this liturgy goes out to hundreds of people, and hundreds of people all over the world. It's been an enormous blessing. If you'd like to support this virtual ministry of OLPH, please go to our website. You can support this ministry by going to Give Central so that we can continue to broadcast the liturgy each and every week. Thank you for your support. Most of all, thank you for joining us today. God bless you. Greetings from OLPH.